Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the pre-show for the Brighter Futures celebration. I'm Dale Johannes, and I'm excited to be back again this year, serving as your fundraising host for the evening. Now, I am coming to you from behind the scenes here at Amatera. You can see our Portland audience is back there having a great time, having some food, having some drink. They're going to be joining me shortly. And check this out. This is so exciting. We are gathering audiences from all over Oregon tonight, along with folks joining me right here at Amatera in Portland. We'll also have people tuning in from Bend, shout out to my friends in Bend, and from Corvallis, go Beavs, along with all of you watching online. So while you wait for your Brighter Futures celebration to begin, let's get you all set up for a great viewing celebration. First, there's a chat window. We want you to use it. I want to see, here's a good idea. Why don't you get in the chat and let us know where you're tuning in from. We want to know where you're joining us from. And if you need tech support at all during the evening, you just pick up the phone and you call us, 503-564-3044. That's 503-564-3044. Our team is ready to help you if you need it. And finally, we want to see your happy, beautiful, smiling faces. So take a selfie, text it to that number that's on the screen right now, the same one I just mentioned, and we want to share them a little bit later in the program. So here's what I need you to do right now. I need you just to sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy our Brighter Futures celebration. We're going to have a great program. We're going to have a great time tonight. We're ready here in Portland. Are you ready? We'll see you soon.
Welcome to Brighter Future Celebration. Let's hear it for our incredible Trillium community. I'm Kim Dixon, a board member at Trillium Family Services, and I am honored to be your host for this evening. Trillium's mission to provide whole person mental health care is personal to me. It means so much to see all of your faces here tonight, and I believe that change starts with us. Tonight, we are making life-changing mental health services accessible for youth and families. Tonight, we're celebrating the heroes of Trillium who are leading a nationwide change in healthcare. And tonight, we're investing in our communities to make brighter futures possible for all. So, thank you for joining us in support of Trillium's incredible work. We have friends joining us from our Corvallis campus. Hello, Corvallis. Glad to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. Friends here in Portland, good cheer. I appreciate that, but we're going to ramp that up a little bit. And guess what? Corvallis isn't the only group, of course, joining us for fun tonight. We also have folks tuning in from Bend at Stoller Wine Bar. We appreciate them. Hello, Ben. Friends at home, we see you too. Tell us you're here by saying hi in the chat and let us know where you're joining from. And if you need any tech support this evening, call or text the number on the screen. We want to see your fabulous selves, so snap some selfies. Whether you're joining us at home or at a watch party, text it to our tech support line on the screen. Woo, it's a mouthful. Take a sip for me. There we go. I think we already have a few photos of friends joining us, so check us out. Check us out over here. Nice. Very nice. Okay, y'all need to send some photos so that they can see our view as well. Finally, friends in Portland, thank you for joining me here at Amatera. Make some noise and let everyone know you are in the house. Bringing all these communities together tonight, we honor Trillium's roots across Oregon. As a statewide organization with national impact, it takes all of us to come together this way to make the change we envision. Now here to kick off Brighter Future Celebration is our presenting sponsor, Peggy McGuire of Cambia Health Foundation. Please give her a warm welcome.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm honored to be here tonight on behalf of Cambia Health Foundation and Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield of Oregon. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my colleague, Dr. Mike Franz in Bend. He's participating from Bend at a watch party, and he recently joined the Trillium board. At Cambia, we invest in organizations and solutions that advance equity, reduce systemic barriers, and prioritize whole person health for all. And that's why we are so proud to be here in support of Trillium Family Services. We believe that we must transform healthcare to make room for the whole person and every aspect of their lives, because physical health can't be separated from mental health, can't be separated from nutritional health or emotional health or any other part of one's life. It's all health. And like Trillium, we believe that it takes all of us working together to make brighter futures possible. So together, here tonight, we can humanize healthcare and build inclusive models that support whole person health at every stage of life. On behalf of the Cambia Health Foundation and all of my colleagues at Regents who are here tonight, we are thrilled to welcome you to support Trillium tonight. Thank you for being here.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Ms. Peggy. Thank you so much to Cambia Health Foundation and Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield for their generous support. And now, I don't know about you, but I believe that creative expression has the power to transform us in all sorts of incredible ways, and that's why I am so excited to introduce our next guest, Ms. Layla Vickers, for a spoken word. Come on, Ms. Layla. Let's give her a hand.
Hi again, my name is Layla. I will be performing a piece called Drowning in Light. Thank you. There are times when it feels like the water has seeped into my ears and dug itself into my brain, going between my neurons and icing them out, as though my heart seeped to the bottom of my feet and it doesn't feel like it could come back up. My soul, like it's lost a piece of itself. There's nowhere to go. Everything seems a little bit too much. It's either too slow or too fast. I feel like I can't keep up. I'm anxious about the things that I have to do. I know I have to do that. I know I have to do it. And there's this rattling sound that is a constant buzz. The depression takes over, and suddenly, none of it matters. And the matter part of it is only for some success, some future that seems hazy. I want to believe in it, but I don't see it. And it's just haze. Like a fog, a cloud that seeps into my bloodstream, clouds my eyes and clogs my ears, stuffing itself down my throat, and it seems so unbreakable. There are times that I can feel, I see the light seep through. It drowns for a second, and light, it's like a cloud when you're on an airplane. You go through it, and for the first time, you realize that the earth is bigger than the one you set foot on, seeming irreplaceable, yet true happiness is placeable. I can see it, like it's on a map, and I am fishing for gold. I am part of some cartoon that there is a happy ending, and there's a part in the middle where the movie theater is quiet, and I'm in that part right now. The one where you just can't wait till it's over, because it seems so melancholy, more than the way the movie started. Every movie has it. Every time we see it, it seems like some cliche, but cliches are cliche for a reason. Sometimes it's based in truth. Sometimes you have to continuously see things to not feel so alone. In these continuous things that remind me constantly of the cloud that I'm gushing through in the airplane is the one that I will get through. But it won't be possible without the support of love and help around me. I know that, so I have to reach out and ask, because the plane cannot be run by somebody sitting in it. There's a pilot, there's a co-pilot, there are flight attendants, and 20 or 300 more people or so. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. Because I can't be perfect every day, and every day has to be trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. And I've been working through enough errors for the next trial to not be the last, but to be closer and easier than before. That the errors rejoice hope. Hope is in the light seeping through more. This does not happen in one mind, one hive. It happens when people care. When you have planes filled with those who care. When stigma becomes honor. When retraction becomes aid. So I thank those who pulled me out, showed me there was more than a black hole I sank into. To those who fight for others' minds to be clear for once. For those who work tirelessly to listen to the stories of not broken people, but people who have been broken down. To say things are broken can never be fixed, that there is no glue strong enough to hold it. But I've seen it, that glue, and it sticks to my hands like tacky tape. I see it in my past self, even in the eyes that bore into darkness. I see it in my present self, someone who has to take it day by day by day by day. It's easier, not so scary, like a giant monster under my bed, but a stuffed animal that's been through the ringer. I see it in my future self, who knows that it will be better than before. To learn to prioritize the health of our brain, our mind, our soul, our village, our community, our people. That is not without hardships, not without giving thanks to therapy, support groups, medicine, and sharing. Hope is the one thing humans can never leave behind. It takes shape in the brightest, darkest, and most alluring places. It reminds us of the fresh smell of rain, that even grasping downpour, can the sun shine once more? Can the sun bear our chests raw, oozing out of our fingertips, even when we forget it is there? When we skip hesitation to reach out as the young and old do, to not be scared of those who want to engulf our skull and mold back the wet clay to heal the cracks and sew the tears. I see light, the cliche light, at the end of the tunnel. And that light is so inviting to heal, to cry, to feel, to support and be supported, to love, to laugh, and to live. That life is at the end of the tunnel, and to live with purpose in my heart is to know that I cannot bear to do it on my own. I cannot allow for those stuffed animals to become monsters under my bed, and for the life of me, I, you, we cannot let hope go. Thank you.
Well-deserved flowers, young lady, well-deserved flowers. And in our poetry world, we can snap it up for you as well. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Layla. Thank you so, so much. All right, I'm gonna try and compose myself after that one. That was amazing. Thank you. Watch out, y'all, I'll start shouting in a minute. Okay. All right, Layla. You know you turned the tables on that one. That was good. That was good. That was good. Well, it looks like we've got some more photos of friends tuning in tonight. And if you haven't sent your selfie yet, please be sure to text it to the number on the screen. Hello, friends. Love it, love it, love it. Love everybody smiling and happy. These are wonderful. Thank you for sending them in and keep them coming. So can you all believe that Trillium has been serving children and families for over 100 years? Just let that sit with you for a minute. What began as 3 separate organizations merged into one statewide powerhouse 25 years ago, a powerhouse with a mission to build brighter futures. So let's meet some of the folks who made that possible and learn more about Trillium's impact and vision for the future. Please turn your attention to the screen.
From the very beginning of Trillium, even the 3 leaves on the Trillium flower, it wasn't for the 3 merged organization. The naming conventions around that were children, families, and community. It's in our DNA. So when we think about who the client is, we look at it that broadly and organize our services and supports in ways that support, again, children and families, but within the context of their community and the lives that they're leading.
When I was a therapist for Trillium, of course I provided individual and family therapy, but I think what I did most was a lot of this additional advocacy and whole person healthcare work. So I would be, yes, providing individual and family therapy, but I was also maybe helping a mother who was on the verge of being evicted from their housing. If you're not working on all of those dynamic elements together, then you're not really able to stabilize a youth and a family. And without that, where are you going with the treatment plan?
We want to be a social impact organization that's moving the needle in the right ways that best supports kids, families, and communities. And I think that takes into account their health and wellness, but also the health of the community around them.
Those prevention services are so key to that because we're trying to help families recognize from the beginning how important their mental health is, that it's just as important as their physical health, and how those can be tied together.
Whole person health is about looking beyond your piece of the pie and working with the youth and the family on their overall health and wellness. And at Trillium, the way we do that is we forge a connection with the youth and families.
I would say our teams are very adaptive in any situation and find opportunities to boost the health of the community. And the communities, as our teams in the community identify it, are from a micro to a macro level. So these are the individuals, the families, the local housing communities, and then the maybe town or city that we're also supporting. So I think the biggest part of revolutionizing healthcare for us is to understand the work and understanding that learning and growth never ends. And our teams do a really great job of that.
Trillium is revolutionizing healthcare because we are pretty consistently standing in the front lines, trying to be innovative, trying to be constantly growing, trauma-informed, really looking at the full continuum of services and working with children and families who are in crisis, all the way down to children and families who need some prevention, some intervention in an outpatient basis.
Trillium really gave us hope. It really was the first time in a very long time that our son was being seen as a human. I apologize. So it gave us hope that he could have a future that would not be filled with struggles to the level that he had up to that point. And it also began to heal some of those relationships that had been impacted because of that in our families.
Trillium is building brighter futures with families every single day, and it really has a ripple effect. So I wake up every morning and I think, how can we help that family? And then I know that there's a ton of Trillium staff out there that also wake up every morning ready to help individuals, families, and it builds. And then we have partners that really see us. We're building throughout Oregon. We're making brighter futures for families.
I am so excited about our future and our possibilities for growth and change over time. We've always been responsive to the needs of individual families in the community, and we will continue to do so. We cannot do this alone, and we need our partners, both internally at Trillium and in the community, the school systems, and the other specialty partners that have walked alongside us during the pandemic. We're so excited for a period of some stability, of smart growth, of continuing to lean into each other for support, and looking forward to what the future holds.
Yes. So with that, I want to just take a breath in and out, because that is huge to see and to hear. Amazing Trillium heroes, and how they're leading the way in mental health care by seeing and treating people as a whole person. This important work requires us to dig deep. In that depth is so much humanity, and that's what I've always loved about Trillium. They treat each person with kindness, compassion, making space for everyone. Now, it gives me great pleasure, and I'm super excited to introduce someone who has been pivotal to Trillium's vision of whole person mental health care. Many of you already know her, love her, because she's amazing, and she's ours. Our new CEO, okay, I'm not getting teary. Our new CEO, Jamie Vandergaan.
Thank you, Kim. I really appreciate you being here with us tonight. I'm so honored to join you tonight for the first time as Trillium's CEO. My journey at Trillium began 20 years ago as a child and family therapist, but for the past 8 years, I've been some combination of president and chief operating officer. I'm also the first female CEO of Trillium, something I'm super proud of, as over 60%. Over 60% of our workforce identifies as female and in a field that is predominantly women. This is a time for us of amazing renewed passion, a time for us to walk the walk with our families and our teams and our communities, a time for us to really operationalize our vision of whole person health, of becoming an anti-racist organization, and of doubling down on our trauma-informed transformation. At Trillium, we offer hope to families when they don't know where to turn, and we have sought to lead the conversation around children's mental health, to change the current models and fight the silos, to transition to a real whole person model. To create that kind of a real authentic whole person approach, we have to work with the needs of the family and the youth at our core, alongside peer and family advocates, but with the needs of the youth and the family at our core, while we seamlessly integrate all of the other aspects of healthcare, traditional healthcare, into one plan, one team, with the family and the youth needs at the center. Then you can blend in your other social determinant supports, whatever is relevant to the family, if it's housing, if it's food insecurity, job and career readiness, nutrition, exercise. Blending that all together into one plan is what really can create that whole person approach. And everyone deserves this level of support and collaboration. But current funding streams do not allow us to really realize that vision. And it is so important right now. Everyone deserves that level of integration and collaboration, because we are in a massive mental health crisis that's only been made worse by the pandemic. In 2021, children's hospitals reported a 45% increase in kids presenting with self-harm and suicide behaviors. A 45% increase from the same period in 2019. And in Oregon, we still have some of the highest rates of depression and other mental illness than other states. We have to stand up for our kids, and we have to take care of ourselves. The need is real, and the time is now for us to come together to create change, to drive better outcomes for kids and families. And there is hope on the horizon, both with the public recognition of the importance of mental health, finally. Why that was, at any rate. And specifically in Oregon, there are some Medicaid waivers that are coming to Oregon that, if implemented correctly, can really move the dial on this. But real change is going to require us to acknowledge that these systems have been put in place intentionally to get these dismal results. Some systems are benefiting, and for us to make real change, we have to continue to question and challenge those systems as well as our own systems. This is going to require us to continue to work to change the policies that have relegated mental health to the shadows. It's going to require compassionate care to ease the shame some people feel when coming forward to seek help. And it's going to take everyone seeing mental health as health. Our investment now will create change in our futures. And Trillium needs to move from crisis intervention to prevention before the crisis starts. Every kid should have access to nutrition and parenting supports and anti-bullying and safe education. Every kid, everyone from the start. And until we can support all kids, all of our kids will continue to be challenged. We also know that kids and families respond best to care in culturally responsive environments from providers who understand deeply what it means to be part of the community, including care professionals with their own lived experience. Collaborating with our partners, Trillium's improving our systems and services to walk shoulder to shoulder with youth and families. We're working with K-12 schools across Oregon to reach young people and families of every community, every background, every lived experience. And we're investing in intentional integration in our psychiatric residential treatment campuses with whole person health, models in our plans that we're developing with Care Oregon, with OHSU, with Rosemary Anderson POIC, and with Modus Recruiting to really integrate primary care and women's health and PT, OT, and exercise and nutrition with all of the needs that are driven by the family with our mental health expertise to re-envision those campuses. We're trying to dismantle the silos of healthcare and build a more comprehensive system that supports whole people. This work that will bring us to the brighter futures that our children are counting on us to help them discover. And that's what we're doing here tonight. We're uplifting youth voices, we're walking the walk of this work, and building a sense of belonging for each and every one of us. I'm honored to be by your side in this work. I appreciate you deeply so much, all of you joining us tonight. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am. She said that. She said that. Thank you, Jamie. Trillium is beyond lucky, blessed to have you, and I'm super excited to see how Trillium continues to grow with your leadership. Before I move on to the next piece, I'm gonna, oh, y'all didn't know I off-road? Yes, I off-road. So, they knew, I warned them. I'd like to just take a quick moment. This event and events like this do not happen just on their own. There are some wonderful and fantastic people that came together, knitted together their energies, their expertise to create what you see here before us. Not just our wonderful new partners and friends at Amatera, but all the other folks from Trillium and other places. And I'm not gonna name names, I just wanna give them a moment and a round of applause to say thank you. Okay, that's my first off-road. We're good, we're still on schedule. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. As I said earlier, we're here tonight to make positive change. Get it? Change. Clink, clink. Swipe, swipe. QR code. Are we all on board? Okay, good, great. We're in the right place. And we can all do that by supporting Trillium's groundbreaking mental health services. To help us out, I'm honored to invite our fundraising host, person extraordinaire, Dale Johannes, to join us and introduce our next story.
Hey. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. It fills my heart to see this room so full of people supporting Trillium tonight. Got to give a shout out to all of our friends in Bend. Let's hear it for Bend. Everyone in Corvallis, we see you, Corvallis, and everyone who is joining us online. Yes. Trillium is everywhere. We're going to the state tonight. You know what I love about the work that Trillium does? Is that it impacts all of us. All of us are impacted by this. So when youth and families have what they need to thrive, creates a healthy community. We all live in that community. We feel that community. So this next story is a story about exactly that. One person who was impacted by Trillium and is now making a difference in her community. Now you might recognize her because she was the MC with me in Trillium's 2019 Black and Gold Gala. Please turn your attentions to the screen for Anna's story.
About a decade ago, I was a client at Trillium, both Portland and Corvallis campus, and it was one of the darkest times of my entire life, I think. And if I hadn't received those life-changing services at that time, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here at all. My mental health journey has been like long and ongoing, right? Like I don't feel like that ever ends for me. And it started, I think, probably when I was 11 or 12 and continues to this day, you know? And I think the tools that I gained at Trillium, it was like the beginning of that toolbox for me, right? Like that was kind of what set me up for success. And ever since then, you know, like I said, it's an ongoing thing. I've just been adding to that over the years throughout college, throughout my work, throughout my professional life. My best tool, like to this day, is exercise. And I've always been a runner and I've always been a lifter. Recently I've gotten into kickboxing, which is just an incredible release for like my day and the stress of my work and my, you know, everything going on in my life. Since coming to Bend, I started my undergrad here at Central Oregon Community College, and I have gone on to get my Bachelor's of Science in Psychology at OSU Cascades. My work with Trillium and volunteering definitely inspired that here and getting into the psychology program here. I'm graduating in June, and I am a social worker here in Bend. A lot of my work involves aspects of mental health and helping folks find safety and teaching them tools that I've learned over the years and, you know, just supporting my clients however they need. It's really cool to be able to see a piece of myself in my clients when I'm helping them and think and look into their situation and think, what would I have needed in this situation when I was younger or, you know, in mid-adolescence, mid-20s, and be able to turn right around and give that help now that I have the foundation laid. You know, I feel like I have the education and I have the lived experience and I have the tools. If my younger self walked into my office, I would do as I do now with the kiddos and, you know, get down and on their level and just talk to her and, you know, tell her she's not alone and that there's help and support and resources and that these things can be achieved, you know, stability and having a safe place to live and having a fulfilling life. Even though you're going through all these things in the moment, it's achievable. Going through what I've gone through and being where I am now and being a social worker, you know, doing that like full circle from like on the receiving end of services to now having gone through the school necessary to provide services. I would love to essentially work myself out of a job. I would like to see, you know, violence in our community like drastically reduced. I would love to see the stigma around mental illness gone. I would love to, you know, see our communities really coming together to support these things. And by having this job and by working in my community, I'm working to prevent that. I'm really working to be that change.
That's why we're here tonight, right? Right there, giving back. And Anna is actually with us tonight in Bend. She's watching from Bend. So Bend, Stoller, get on your feet, show some love for Anna. Anna, thank you so much for sharing your story to inspire everyone to give back and to be part of this work. I love that. I'm in the business of putting myself out of business. We should all be in that business. So friends, now it's your turn to show some love, to show your support, and to give to this amazing organization. So if you're watching online, here's what you're going to do. You're going to text the word Trillium to the number 243725. That's Trillium to the number 243725. Everyone in this room, you know what to do. Get your bid numbers, your donor card, your paddles in your hands, and get ready to support them with whatever level inspires you. Our first level of giving tonight is at the $10,000 level. So let's see if we have anybody here at Amatera that wants to start us off by giving a $10,000 gift. Look at that, Kim Scott out of the gate, number 202. Right there, didn't even hesitate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Online coming, Kim, first of all, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bidder number 106, I didn't even see it. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Look at this support. Again, if you're watching online, you're going to text Trillium to the number 243725. Click that button, make your gift. Kyla Fisk, thank you for your gift. Anybody else want to join in the giving right now at the $10,000 level? Bidder number 106, giving a $10,000. You're not giving again, are you? Just gave again right there. Right there, that's $20,000. Wow. Got some juice in this room out of the gate. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to join on in with the giving right now? All you have to do, folks online, text Trillium to the number 243725. Anybody in this room, raise your paddle. We're going to go to our next level. Oh, wait a minute. Starting us off, we have Greg and Terry Ness, also coming with a gift of $10,000. They couldn't be here, but they're still supporting Trillium with a gift of $10,000. That is fantastic. All right, our next level of giving tonight is at the $5,000 level. Friends watching tonight, if you want to join at the $5,000 level, you know what to do. Text Trillium to the number 243725. In the room, look at that. Number 246 says, count me in with a gift of $5,000. Number 103, is that you, Cammie? Hey, what's happening, Cammie? Number 201, Raising Proud at the $5,000 level. Here we go, friends. Number 111 says, count me in with a gift of $5,000. Number 120, we got you with a gift of $5,000. Friends, this is tremendous. Debbie Benson, Gordon King, Jamie Vandergund, Cammie Benson, Michael Kern, thank you, thank you, thank you. Friends online, now it's your turn. Come on in. The water's fine. Come on in with your gift of $5,000. Anybody else want to step up with a gift of $5,000? We are starting this off right, friends. All right, we're going to go to our next level of giving, which is at the $2,500 level. And we have a little matching opportunity for you all. Our friends at the Standard, shout out to Bob Speltz, who's here with us tonight. They want to match the first 4 gifts at the $2,500 level for a total of $10,000. So we need 4 paddles in the air. Double your impact right now. Double your support. There we go. Number 128, thank you so much for your gift. Number 116, Laura, love you, and Dirk, thank you so much. That's 2. That's 2. Eric Hunter, thank you, thank you, thank you. Who else wants to join on in with a gift of $2,500 for that matching opportunity? By the way, thank you to Bob Speltz and the Standard for that. Number 106, Raising Again, right there. Number 238 says, count me in. We got the match, friends. Andrew Over and Kyla Fisk giving yet again. You know, you can hit for the cycle tonight. You can just go through all the different levels. We can do that. Friends online, text Trillium to the number 243725. We see you. Every single dollar matters. We're going to move to our next level of giving, which is at the $1,000 level. Now, kicking us off and giving from Bend. What's up, Bend? John and Barbara Trachtenberg. They are kicking us off with a gift of $1,000. Along with Rich Beck, who is giving $1,000 in honor of Kim Scott tonight. Thank you. So if you want to join in and give in honor of Kim Scott, please show your love right now with a gift of $1,000. Raise those paddles, text those numbers on the screen. Look at this room light up. Can somebody get a picture of this? This is tremendous. Here we go. Number 202, thank you so much. Number 110, thank you. Number 120, Raising. Number 243, thank you so much. Number 248, you can applaud because this is tremendous, friends. Number 233, thank you for your support tonight. Number 126 says, count me in. Number 222, I got you. In the back, number 212, Raising for $1,000 tonight. Number 223, so much love in this room, so much support. Number 144, thank you for your gift tonight. Number 255, raising their paddle tonight. Number 209 says, count me in. Number 247, and it continues. Number 143, I got you. Number 145, thank you for your support. Number 142, raising proud. We're not done. Number 240, thank you. Number 220, number 221, and number 139. That is tremendous. And by the way, online folks, the gauntlet was just thrown down right there. You got to pick it up right now. That is a tremendous amount of support right now. And look here, we have another donation from Cambia Health in honor of Dr. Mike Franz. That's pretty cool, right? Cambia, thank you. Cambia, thank you so much. That was pretty fantastic, y'all. Anybody else want to join on in right now? Raise your paddle high right now with a gift of $1,000. Anybody else want to join on in? Okay, we're going to go to our, number 220. See, I don't want to move on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 220. Okay, so you can see, I don't know if you guys can see the thermometer. There it is right there. Oh, and there's some names coming up that aren't, there they are. They're not in my little iPad here. Gary Withers, thank you so much. Scott Berry, Melissa Bauer, Stephen King. Author Stephen King? Just guessing. Sean Duffy, we see you. Mr. Bob Speltz, my friend. Megan Brown, Lisa Kane, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For some reason, those names aren't in my iPad. I don't know. It's weird. We must have a little connection. But thank you so much. Keep those gifts coming in. We just had an anonymous gift. Thank you, Anonymous, for your gift. Okay, we're going to move to our next level of giving. By the way, you can keep making those $1,000 gifts. Everybody's watching online. Not going to stop you. Our next level of giving tonight is at the $500 level, and we have another matching challenge. I know you're anxious. Wait, hear me out, okay? Our sponsor, Care Oregon, shout out to Care Oregon, has a matching challenge for us of $10,000. That means, if I can do the math, that's 20 donors at the $500 level to help us reach this match. If you want to help us reach this match, raise your paddle now. Double your gift. Double your impact. Let's do this. Kicking us off, by the way, are Ronald and Lynn Saxton. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Look at this. It's tremendous. Number 217, thank you so much. Number 124 in the front, thank you. Number 242. Number 253, thank you so much for your support. Number 241, I appreciate you. Number 137, thank you, Raising Proud. Number 135. Number 216, I got you. Number 127, number 104. Now they're coming through. Elizabeth Large, Jonathan Belinsky, Beth Ann Darby, Brian Keegan, Chad Beggerson, Nicole Kuntz, thank you so much. April Kodix, thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 232, number 243, number 203, number 115. We're going to set a record tonight. Number 128, raising again. Thank you. Number 225 in the back, I got you. Number 250, number 252, thank you for your support tonight. Number 108, number 107, way in the back. Number 101, I got you with $500 worth of support. Again, Sally Manafee, Lana Shotwell, Giselle Hillner, Robin Henderson, Eric Hunter. Thank you, Eric. Heidi Boers, Will Boers. We got Shannon. We got Mary. There's so much support right now. Number 139. Number 219. Number 208. All say, count me in with a gift of $500. Friends online, now is your time. I'm inspired by this. I'm raising my paddle for $500 right there. Love Trillium and all that they do. Mike Franz, we see you. Kristen Taylor, Gina Condon, thank you. Chris Tebben, thank you. Mike Franz, again. There's so much giving right now. This is just true. I'm like overwhelmed seeing all these names coming in here. And you can see that thermometer is moving, right? Right now we're at $321,000, friends. You can see our goal is $375 tonight. We are going to get there. We're going to get there. All right. Wait a minute. We got another gift coming in from Cambia and from Mike Franz. Thank you, Cambia, again, for your support. Wow, wow, wow. And by the way, that little matching opportunity of 20, we blew that out of the water tonight. Blew it out. It's tremendous. Okay. Our next level of giving tonight is at the $250 level. Friends online, keep that giving coming. Again, it's text Trillium to the number 243725. That's Trillium to the number 243725. Already giving at this level, our friend Dan Ryan out of the gate with a gift of $250. Who wants to join Dan? Let him fly. Number 224, thank you so much. Number 125, thank you for your support tonight. Shabri, number 102, thank you so much. Number 249, I got you. Raising it at the back, all the way at the back. Number 101, raising again, thank you so much. Number 140, number 213, number 228, number 221, and number 207, raising proud. Madeline, Jenny, Marie Jennings, Sharon, Joe, thank you so much, Joe. We have so much giving coming in right now. Andy, thank you, Andy. Dennis, thank you so much. Rick, Jenny Lind, Michael Rawls, thank you. Keep those gifts coming in. Friends online watching, you know the drill right now. Trillium, text Trillium to the number 243725. Jason Hagan, we see you and we thank you so much. Look at this. Look at these names coming in right here. We're going to see that thermometer going to move. We really want to get to that goal tonight, which is obviously $375,000. There's so much love and support for Trillium. I have no doubt we are going to get there tonight, which brings us to our final level of giving tonight, which is at the $100 level. And we have another matching opportunity. Shirley and David Pollock, wow. Check this out, you guys. Shirley and David Pollock are going to match all gifts at $100. So if you have not given yet, now's the time. If you would like to give again, all of the dollars are being doubled right now. Again, big, huge shout out to Shirley and Dave Pollock. Kicking us off at this level are two board members, Mary Beth Cruz and Michael Calgo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Inga, thank you for your support. Who wants to join him in the giving? You just raise those paddles up. Number 116, thank you, Dirk. Number 256 says count me in. Number 110, all of these are being doubled right now. I'm going to reiterate that again. Everybody watching online, I want you to know all of these dollars are being doubled right now, doubling your impact. Number 234, thank you. Number 109, thank you so much. Number 118 says count me in. Number 217 making 3 gifts of $100. Tremendous. Diane, Ruth, Jenny, Jason. We had an anonymous gift come in. Chris, thank you so much. Chris Casebeer. I love that last name. Casebeer? Yes, please. Number 248. Thank you. Number 223. Number 120. Raising again. Number 133 at the back. Thank you. Number 246 around the corner, peeking in. Number 215. Thank you so much for your support. Number 236. Raising proud. Number 136. I like the bracelets. Number 247. Thank you. Number 105. Bob Speltz giving. Marianne Cooper. Chris. Renee. Michael Kern. Chris. Debbie Benson again. Number 134. Number 213. 231. 231, got it. Number 257, thank you so much. Number 134, I got you. Number 254. Number 142, thank you. Cami, are you just fanning yourself, or is that's number 103? I got you, Cami. Number 123, counting in. Number 143. Number 141. Number 252. And number 250. This is good. What was that? And Kim says she's going to raise for 2 gifts. And Dirk is also coming again, number 116. This is tremendous, friends. You can cheer each other on. This is great. You're the best. Laura, Karen, Mary, Kathy Jo, Chrissy, Sean, Stephanie. Look at that. We're watching the thermometer move, and I'm watching myself on TV, which is really odd, and I don't like that. Did I miss any gifts, by the way? Did I miss any gifts? Anybody? Number 201. How much? You name your amount. Was that for $100? For $100 right there. See, this is the name your price part of the event here tonight. Anyone with a $20,000 gift? Just asking, because you're giving, so if you're in the mood. Anybody want to give $10? Our friends, you can give $10. Any amount We appreciate you. Every single dollar matters. All gifts, all size. If we didn't hit a level that you're interested in making a gift, then just text Trillium to the number 243725. That was tremendous, everyone. Did y'all have fun with that? The names continue to come on in. So, you see the impact that we can make when we're all together, right? When we come together. It was incredible. I want to thank you all so much for supporting Trillium and our youth and our families tonight. And remember, you can keep supporting Trillium by bidding in our online auction. Did you all know we have an online auction? Yes, we have an online auction. On our registration page, we have several fun packages waiting for you. Theater tickets, passes to the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum, whiskey tasting, that's all in there. I know, shout out to whiskey, right? Friends online, just click the online auction button on your screen below the viewing page. It closes, by the way, tomorrow at noon, but that's Pacific Standard Time, right? So get those bids in, bid high, bid often, it's all for Trillium. Make sure you take a look after our program's over. Kim, I heard that you have something extra to share, so I was wondering if you would join me back up on stage right now.
Woo, thank you, Dale. This is exciting. So we have someone here we need to celebrate.
Yes, we do.
Someone who's had 40 years of impact at Trillium, on Trillium, and with Trillium. And that person is over here to my right. We want to show our love, appreciation, indebtedness for his lifetime service here with us at Trillium. Kim Scott, come on up and join us. And everyone, let's raise a glass. Woo-hoo!
So Kim, we have a little video tribute for you. I know, this is going to be like, everybody grab your hankies.
Get it together.
And turn your attention to the screens.
We're honored to celebrate Kim Scott for his 40 years of service and immeasurable impact on the Trillium community. We're so grateful for your work, Kim. Thank you for all you've done to transform the way we approach mental health care for youth and families.
My name is Eva Scott, and I met Kim at least 41 years ago because that's how long we've been married. We met at Waverly Children's Home back before it became part of Trillium. And we were both childcare workers on the shelter care unit. And I remember it well the first time I met him because it was my first night, and I was getting the children all calm before bedtime. And Kim Scott comes walking into the room, and all the kids went flying off the carpet, jumping all over him. He was throwing them up in the air, roughhousing around, and I had met Kim Scott.
Kim's made a 40-year commitment to Trillium Family Services, which is just incredible. And 19 of those years were as president and CEO of Trillium. He's grown the organization from a small $19 million to about $60 million in revenue. It's just an incredible growth. More important than the financial and revenue growth is the investment in an adaptive leadership approach, an investment in what is possible for kids and families, an investment in trauma-informed and anti-racist principles, and really leading and pushing the organization in those directions has left such a powerful impact on us.
What was so remarkable about Kim was that he was really early in understanding that issues of trauma and adversity were critical for the staff to understand in order to really help the children and the families in their care. And that it is revolutionary knowledge, really, that has come into the world only in the past 20 years. And he got into it and had all of Trillium trained in trauma-informed care.
Kim has transformed mental health care by making it a conversation about the whole person, about their families, and about communities. He often talks about the fact that it's not what have you done or what's wrong with you, but what's happened to you, and how do we help you to solve those problems and overcome your obstacles. So I think that dynamic fundamentally changes the way we look at caring for people.
One of the things Kim is known for is a culture of possibilities and opportunities, and always asking what's possible for the children and families we serve, for the community, for our staff, and for the whole sector.
Kim's impact on Trillium is immeasurable, really. I think just from his way of leading, his way of bringing people together, his building of capacity of other people, his constant dwelling in a place of possibility and opportunity is really, really special. And I think that has changed the organization in many ways, but I think perhaps one of the most impressive things to me and the most important things for Trillium's future is the investment he's made in building other leaders. And so Jamie is an excellent example of that, and there are many others. But he has never been an ego-forward leader. He's always been very much a servant leader and someone who's there to build other people up. And it's so admirable, and I want to be one of them when I grow up too.
Trillium's going through the big change in leadership, and the nice thing about as Kim transitions out, he'll still be at the foundation, and he'll still be available to help Jamie and to help as Trillium keeps growing and keeps changing. His advice won't be lost, and his institutional memory will always be there.
Kim, thank you so much for believing in me and believing that I could take on this role and shepherd the organization into its next generation. It's meant the world to me that you put your faith in me and invested so much time and energy in making sure that I was prepared and the organization was prepared for the future. I'll never forget it, and I really appreciate it.
I'm so happy for you. You have earned the time to rest. You have a lot to reflect upon, and you have a lot to be proud of. You have planted seeds that will forever blossom.
Kim, it's bittersweet to be saying goodbye to you in this way in terms of your leadership at Trillium. But I have to tell you, just as I stepped down as CEO of the Alliance and am now in my second act, I know your second act as head of the foundation is going to be nothing but stellar.
Kim, keep up the energy, keep up the good fight. You've been an amazing ally and partner in serving kids in Oregon, and we just pray that you'll continue to do that fight with us, because the energy you bring, the knowledge you bring, the passion truly changes lives for kids and their families.
So no matter where you go or what incarnation happens next, I'm not going to give up the fact that we still pretty much talk every day in whatever roles we happen to may be in, because that's incredibly important to me professionally and especially personally, that friendship and that connection I won't let go of. And so I look forward to talking to you more and more as things evolve. And congratulations on all the transitions.
As you walk into retirement in the next year, I hope that you walk into what brings you joy. Get out that ukulele that I bought you for Christmas a couple years ago. I'm telling you, you'll love it.
You have a lot to be proud of, and I hope that you will take some time to sit back and maybe enjoy that, as well as the friendships and important connections that you've made in your life. And then I would like you to mindfully process where you are now, who you've become, and where you see your life flowing from there. I'm proud of you, and I love you.
To the stage, Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Kim Scott.
You know, they've given me 2 minutes, but anybody that knows me knows that I can't do just 2 minutes. No, I'll try. Thank you. You know, first of all, I want to thank my wife, Eva. As you may have heard, I met her at Waverly Children's Home in 1979, and we were married in 1981. She's been an incredible life partner. And because of her amazing focus on our family and our home, I was able to focus on my career and the work that I do in ways that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. And so that's been she's truly the CEO of the Scott family. Anybody that knows us knows that. To my children, they always kept things interesting. They encouraged me to stay connected with my own inner child. We had a lot of fun together. At home, my titles were things like Dad, Daddy-O, Kimmy. Now my favorite title is to be Grandpa to Ellery and Nolan. So that's been an exciting development. I think my family was always proud of the work that I did. And it really was seen as I would say, as a family affair. Both of my children work in the human serving field. My daughter Erin is an educator. Her husband Brandon is an educator. My son Tyler works in the mental health sector as a practitioner, and his fiance works in a family development center. So I feel like the work and the caring continues into the next generation, and I'm really proud of that. I'm grateful to all of my colleagues. You saw some of the powerful messages from the people that work at Trillium Family Services. It's an inspirational group. They're talented, they're dedicated. They do all this work without a lot of fanfare. They do it without a lot of fanfare, and each and every day I think they make an incredible difference in the world around them. So let's give everybody at Trillium a hand and the sector a hand. You know, I've always had an amazing, I think especially in the last 5 to 10 years, an executive team that has been amazing. You know, Jamie Vandergaan, Lisa Kane, Steve Chin, Rachel Kirkley, they have all made an incredible impact on how I view my work and just how important teamwork is. They've seen me at my best, and they've seen me at my low points. And through it all, they've stayed with me on this journey, offering wisdom, inspiration, and a lot of grace. And I appreciate that more than you'll ever know. I want to thank, the current board. You could not have selected a more remarkable leader for our future than Jamie Vandergaan, and thank you for that. I want to thank the past board members that have been with us all these years and have supported us. The times that you've helped me through, and we've had incredible conversations. You've been thought partners. It's been an amazing journey. I want to thank that founding board. The founding board, I still, to this day, I kind of get goosebumps thinking about those folks in the community that came together and thought that this partnership, this collaboration, this merger could work. And tonight at my table, I have Gordon King. Gordon King, 94 years young. Beat me in golf just this last week. Gordon was one of the original people that brought a conversation together of a number of not-for-profits, and Waverly and Perry Center and Children's Farm Home stayed together in that conversation. We went on to create the merger that created Trillium Family Services. At my table is Kyla Fisk and Mike and their daughter Annika, and Kyla's dad was Jim Williams, and Jim was he was the founding board chair for Trillium. And I just have to say, the way that I think that merger of what it means to be a leader in this field, Jim had such a profound impact on my life and the work that I do. And so I want to raise that up. And I can't see if my dear friend Robert Roy is here tonight or not. I know he was going to try to be here. I hope he is, but maybe not. But what I will say about Robert was the founding CEO of Trillium Family Services, an amazing mentor, somebody that loved this field, loved this work, brought all of this together, and really embedded in Trillium, in our DNA, this idea of succession planning and stuff that we're still benefiting from today. So I want to thank Robert for all that he did. You know, in the last decade, thank you. In the last decade, you know, when you become a board chair at Trillium, it's kind of like the presidency. You're there for like this long term. In the last decade, I've had 3 board leaders, board chairs, that have just been amazing in my life. Laura Dellinger has been a thought partner, a leader, somebody that has inspired me to grow in my own leadership. Mike Larson followed Laura and has been an amazing person in terms of, you know, helping us think about our business model and thinking about the integration of business with actually caring and supporting communities in the right ways. And in the last 3 years, my dear friend Eric Hunter, and the support that he's given me in this role, it's been amazing. You all mean, I think, so much more to me than you even know. So I want to be able to say that. I think most of all, what I want to say to, if you're a board member at any time in the history of Trillium Family Services, a board member, an auxiliary member, a guild member, somebody in the community that supports us, I think what you've created, I want to thank you. You've really helped us create and develop an organization, I think, that's focused on hope and possibility, social impact, brighter futures, and changing the national narrative around health, mental health, and wellness. You've supported us in that journey at times where, a lot of organizations during the time that I've been the CEO, they didn't survive. And I think that our board has been just fundamentally important to how we see this work and how we see the world and how we engage with the community. And for a board to support that kind of thinking and that connection with community and going beyond just programs and services is something I will never forget. And it's been an amazing part of my journey as the CEO of this organization. Your presence here tonight and the presence of people in Bend and Corvallis, it means the world to me. And for all of those in the virtual world that are connecting with, maybe as a notable past out in the internet and Googles, maybe not, interweb and Googles. No, it's the virtual world that have joined us. Your presence, it means the world to me. In my heart, what I believe, what drives the work of all of us at Trillium Family Services, if we're a board member, if we're a community member, if we're a direct service provider, I think it's the true sense of philanthropy in its truest sense, that love of humankind and that spark of wanting to make a difference, a contribution in the world. I think that all of us, I think you being here tonight, I think that that's why you're here in some way or another. You want to really make a difference in the world. And I think tonight, as you think and as you have invested in Trillium Family Services, think about that as that the world depends on it, because I think that it really does. This is how we move forward together. I can't thank you enough. Thanks, everybody.
Wow. Thank you, Kim, for all that you've done. And this just came in. So we just got a very generous and exciting opportunity. In honor of the legacy and the impact of Kim Scott and all that he's done for mental health, Tim and Allie Sissel, they want to offer up a challenge. If we can raise another $25,000, they said they'll match it in honor of Kim Scott. I think we can do it if we all come together. That's 25 gifts at $1,000. So there's 2 ways you can give. You can make a gift of any size Everyone online, you text right now, Trillium to the number 243-725. Or if you're here and you want to raise your paddle again, simply raise your paddle right now. We're looking for a $1,000 gift so we can make that match, all in honor of Kim Scott. Kim, we love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Does anybody else want to raise their paddle in honor of Kim Scott right now? Yes, of course you do. Number 120, thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 209, raising in honor of Kim Scott. Rick's, he started this off, and we're all honoring you right now. Keep those gifts coming in. Megan Brown, thank you so much. Debbie, thank you so much. The gifts are continuing to come in tonight. Number 247, Bob Speltz. What's happening, my friend Bob Speltz? The Standard. We love the Standard. Again, those gifts can continue to come in. Here's what I would love for you. Number 106, going for the cycle tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's what I'd love for you to do. This matching opportunity is still in play. I would love for you to introduce more people to Trillium. Tell them about this impactful work. Tell them why you love this organization and encourage them to become a part of this Trillium family. And then tell them that we have a matching opportunity, right? That let's go ahead and spend Tim and Allie Sissel's money and encourage them to support Trillium because all these gifts are being matched. This is fantastic. We're at $337,000. Jamie raising again, number 201. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Laura, number 116, raising again in honor of Kim Scott. We're going to keep this. We're going to be here all night. No, I'm kidding. Just keep those gifts coming in. Everyone who's watching online, Trillium, that's what you're going to text, Trillium to the number 243-725. Hey, that was a lot of giving tonight. A lot of giving in honor of Kim Scott. We thank everyone who raised their paddle tonight. We thank you all who joined us from Bend, from Corvallis, everybody online who has given. We love you and we appreciate you. Thank you so much to Tim and Allie Sissel, by the way, for that $25,000 matching opportunity. All in honor of our man, Kim Scott, right there. All right, Kim, you've got some people that you want to thank, so we're going to welcome Kim on back on up to the stage. By the way, don't go away when we're done because we got something exciting for you. But go ahead, Kim.
All right, very good. Glad to be back, and wow, thank you, everyone. I am truly inspired by you all. Thank you for showing up for mental health. This is incredibly important. So I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, friends, partners, connections, for making brighter futures possible. To our presenting sponsor, Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield, our strong community sponsors, give it up, Care Oregon and The Standard. Our legacy sponsor, the Pollocks. Our Brighter Futures sponsors, Jane Abraham Guild, Mary Halsey Guild, Kaiser Permanente, and Park Academy.
Total.
To our community sponsors, Abundance Wealth Advisors, Eldon and Company, Mercer LLC, POIC, Rosemary Anderson, Providence Health and Services, and Oregon Health and Science University. For our wine sponsor in the house, Stoller Family Estates.
Stoller Family Estates.
And to our community ambassador sponsors, Fortis Construction, On Point Community Credit Union, and Oregon State University College of Public Health and Human Services. All right. To all our sponsors and to everyone here tonight, we celebrate you. To our mental health heroes at Trillium, thank you for making our world a kinder place to live in. Tonight, we've seen what's possible when we hold compassionate space for one another. We all play a role in each other's wellness. And when just one person feels seen and heard, their friends, family, and community feel it. And that's how we do this. That's how we help each other, how we make room for the whole person, how we change the face of mental health. Let's take one last look at selfies from everyone tuning in from watch parties and home. Look at your screens. Gotta love that. Everyone's looking fabulous. Appreciating all the smiles. Good looking folks, good looking folks. And thank you for joining in for the fun. Well, we have reached the end of our broadcast, but it's just the beginning of our work here together. Thank you for helping us make real change tonight.
Before you go on, we just had an anonymous gift of $10,000 just come through.
Okay, Anonymous.
Anonymous, I hope you're watching. Thank you.
Thank you. Woo-hoo! Again, keep those flowing. Let's put our hands together again as we say goodbye to our audiences tuning in from Corvallis, Bend, and online. And we hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you, everybody.